like you can fart though. If you want mess, you feel mess when you are alone. But why should you intentionally come to where I am to mess?
No, do you think it comes?
Exactly. You know, I was actually discussing with somebody yesterday, and I was saying that there are a lot of mad people on suits,
Mm.
like mad people on
Yeah,
corporate
suited
dresses.
mad people. Mm.
Like it looked like I am being extreme, but you know, I was in the bus one day, and as soon as I entered, I didn't touch this man. I didn't do anything. I didn't even step on me. This one, you're mashing me. You're mashing me. I say, God, I
He's a
beg.
hungry man. Because everybody is currently very hungry in
I
the
say,
country.
God, I beg.
Mm.
I can't look my leg. Look the man finish. Say, sir, how
There's
I
even
take mash?
distance.
I say, there's a lot of this. You're mashing me. You're mashing me. Yeah. I say, God, I beg. Oh, have mercy on us. And
Mm.
you know, it is also part of the things that we will be looking at today. You know, the economy of Nigeria has so dealt with us so much that indirectly we transfer aggression at people and
Yeah.
we don't even know.
Yeah.
So part of the things that we'll be discussing today is the things that people do that get on your nerves. Welcome back to the show. So the big question today is, what are the things that people do that get on your nerves? You want to maintain your cool, you want to maintain your steez, but there are some people that they are steez ruiner, steez spoiler. That's the ministry they have in this life, to spoil your fine boy and spoil your fine girl with their attitude, with the things that they do, with their actions and inactions, with the way they speak, their manner of approach, their manner of doing things, and they just have a way of stepping on your toes, even though you don't want to get angry. So, our viewers, I would like that you reminisce on these things. Some of the things that people do that you don't like, as little as it is still a part of it. So, I would like to throw this question to Living Treasure. For you, what are those things that people do to you that get on your nerves? Like you just cringe in your mind. You be like, what is this again? So what are those things? Share with us.
Okay, it's a very interesting one because these things happens. These things happen, and sometimes you can be around some big people like your big brothers. Some of these elderly people. You are with them. You are taking a lot from them. They don't even know that they are really getting on your nerves. They don't know how their actions are, affecting you just
Yeah.
because you are being loyal to them. You see,
You see that part of agreement. I'm always very careful when I promise to do so. You see, it does not have to be a like in a formal setting, like a formal agreement, but mere giving a promise that, oh, I'm going to do this thing, and you end up not doing it. You see, the next time, and I'm a grace giver. I give grace a lot. I give you first grace, second grace. You see the third grace. When you say something, I'll just like, we'll be open on it. Because I already feel like you are giving me lamba. So I feel like, this is another lamba. Don't let me hold on to this one. Let me just have an alternative. So that by the time this person will say something and end up not doing it, then I know that I am not expecting. In fact, I don't even put my mind on it. So when you do it, I'll be like, oh wow, amazing, wow, this is really good. And for me, I be like, things no, they surprise me. Like I have learned to limit my expectations. So when you do something, I feel like, oh, such is life. Because I feel like there's no new thing under the sun.
Sure.
So when you are doing something like, oh wow, amazing, this is beautiful, but say I'll do something like, I didn't expect this person to do
I'm
this
highly
thing. I say
disappointed.
highly disappointed. No. I know they do that. I feel bad. Like, oh,
Pain
I'm
and
really
all that.
not expecting this person to do this thing. But at the long run, I just discovered that we are human.
Yeah.
We are human, and the human part of us will always show, regardless of how ethical you are, regardless of how professional you are, regardless of how you are diligent in the you are so diligent in whatever that you believe in, whether as a Christian or as a Muslim. Your belief warrants that you do this. I still expect that there's still the flesh factor. There's still the self factor that I always say sometimes you may want to chip it in. So it's make me limit my expectation, and it has really helped me to get my own sanity. But for me, what people do that gets on my nerves sometimes. See, like I said, it can be one of the littlest things that people would do. One of the littlest things that, like, there are some people that they just pick up their dress. Maybe after pulling the dress, they pull the dress, and they'll first of all perceive the they will first of all smell it, put it in their nose, like they smell the armpit of the dress to be sure that they are going to wear it again, or they will not wear it again. I'm like, oh, what is all this story along? What is all this? Must you get to this extent? It infuriates me. Like it is normal. You have worn that dress. You will, even if you not get body odor, say that thing will surely omit smell. As long as you are emitting sweat by the day, it will surely smell. So why make it, if you can do that personally in your closet, but why make it in the obvious? So you are perceiving it like this. Put it in your nose to perceive the armpit, to be sure if the armpit of the dress is smelly or not, so that you can use it to determine if you will wear that dress next time. So for me, I really don't like it. I really don't like it. That's why I said it can be the littlest of it. And sometimes I think it is self-awareness that help you to know the things that you don't like. You see, over time, I think since, if 2 years ago, if you had asked me, what is your favorite color? I would just say, well, anything that suits me. Anything that is
goes.
fine. Anything goes. Anything good. That would have been my thoughts. Anything goes. But over time, as I reflect on my life, like virtually every day, if the every day is not even up to 24 hours any longer, because at the end of every action, I begin to weigh my actions, like what I did earlier, what I said earlier, is that the right way to put it? Or what should I have said better? Oh, I think I said the wrong thing. Oh, I should not have done well. As I begin to become more aware of myself, I begin to realize that, oh, these are the things that I don't like that people do. So now, if you don't see what you don't like that people do, how should you now relate it? That's another thing. How should you relate it to them? They are much. I'm just citing these
very
examples.
numerous.
There are people that before they eat their food, they first of all perceive it. I can be like that sometimes, but over time I begin to realize that people don't like it. Why am I doing it? I shouldn't do it. So when people do, okay, another thing for me is, like, you can fart. Oh, if you want mess, you feel mess when you are alone. But why should you intentionally come to where I am to mess?
No, do you think it comes intentional? Because this thing can come anywhere. Nobody intentionally allows his car to fail brake, So,
Okay.
you see, first of all, you mentioned something. You said it has to do with self-awareness. Self-awareness. Sometimes that is just the bedrock. You need to know yourself. You need to have tastes, so that you know what goes and what did not go. How do you relate yourself with people, especially the elderly ones? Because that is where the problem is.
Exactly.
You are living with
you
your
see
senior
this
brother.
This mess where I just talk now. Now the elderly ones, they jump. And you see, there's something that Yoruba used to say, that you don't tell an adult that the adult has farted. But if now a younger person mess, why will you fart in the presence of an adult? But the adults will fart, it will be smelling, but you have no choice. But some people will even be telling you that when an adult farts like that, you just sit down
and enjoy it.
Enjoy it. And you should even be telling the person, well done, sir.
Jesus.
So how should I relate it in that? Like for me, I used to talk. If it is somebody I'm close to, they've now known me that I have the attitude with farting. They know me that I have the attitude, because if people are doing the wrong thing, yes, I understand. You asked a question earlier that is it an intentional action? Yes, it is not an intentional action, but there are times that that thing is coming. You know it is coming. You can simply excuse yourself. I could remember when I was in the teaching sector, and my students will fart in the class, and everywhere will be smelling. Who farted, they will not talk. So I just told them that if you want to fart, excuse yourself and go and fart. They were asking me that, how are we going to excuse ourselves? What if a teacher, they cited an example of some teachers that when they want to leave the class, the teachers want to know why they want to leave the class. So they were asking, in this case, what should we do? I said, if it has gone to a point where you cannot hold it any longer, the teacher is questioning, tell them I want to go and fart. Tell them you want to go and fart. It is nothing to be ashamed
To
of.
be ashamed of, yeah.
It is, so that's why I'm not ashamed of talking about farts, talking about mess, because
It's
I'm not
a-
ashamed.
it's
It's coming
nature.
out of me
It's
now.
nature, yeah. It's
This is some
natural.
people like, I won't go fart, I won't go mess. Why should I be talking about it? So you can easily excuse yourself. When the thing is coming, your stomach is already giving you a sign. Your stomach is giving you a sign. You excuse yourself. Go and do you can stay there and passive. You know, there are some people that even after farting, they themselves it's so me wrong.
So the woman can be very funny.
This is my mess, they smell. I said, who mess am?
And they are still there.
and they are still there. Hey, at least you chop your own. So in this case, so let me, you were saying something earlier. Let me hear your thoughts on how to express ourselves in this. It may not be on the fat aspect.
Yeah.
It may not be generally, or especially on things that relating it to you, the things that people do that get on your own nerves, and how you expect those people to act in the next time. So guys, I intentionally kept this episode short like this because I have not verified my my YouTube channel. I can't post longer than 15 minutes video. So please watch out for the rest of the video.